Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another how-to video on aquaponics and organic gardening. Here is my organic aquaponic greenhouse, and this is the pond, the fish pond part of the system, because every aquaponic system is made of your fish, your body of water containing the fish, and a habitat for those fish, feeding them, maintaining water quality and temperature, light, space, structure, and can be of varying degrees and varying sizes and varying concentrations of fish. And then you have your garden. And so basically you have a pump or some type of system in that water tank, in that pond, that then circulates that water. Oh, there's some frisky action from those. These are all sunfish. Some are bluegills and some are red ears. They've gotten a lot bigger since the last video that I posted. But anyway, the water, like I was saying, is then pumped from your fish tank to various elements where your garden is, the plants are growing. And typically an aquaponic system, now here is some romaine lettuce, and I've got some botanical plants there, bib lettuce also as well. You can see everything is really lush and dark green, very healthy, has a good taste, very crisp lettuce there. Now this is a type of aquaculture that's very, very simple. It's just in a plastic bin there. So the water is being pumped through one PVC pipe into that bin and then pumped out, and that lettuce was just floating on the surface with any kind of foam insulation paneling. You basically make a raft that's floating on the surface of the water, and then your lettuce can be growing in that raft. Now, I cut back to the fish here. In this video, I've got some underwater footage from my underwater camera and of the fish, and then I go back to some of the garden. Now, this is a drip grow tower, and this is the top of it, right at the top of my greenhouse. Now, this is in the middle of winter in Oklahoma, where the temperature outside was below freezing, and I am harvesting fresh, organic cilantro. We like to make tacos and salsa and different things like that. So we grow cilantro. This is fresh cilantro in the middle of the winter in Oklahoma. And you can see it's just real healthy, good color, has a great flavor, really aromatic. I mean, a really strong smell to it too. And this is, I'm using no artificial fertilizers. I'm using no chemicals of any kind. Now we'll go back here to the pond. Like I said, I thought it was kind of break it up by going back and forth to the two elements of any aquaponic system: your fish habitat, your fish tank, and then your plants. And like I said, you saw there, the plants were growing in, the plants are always growing in some type of container, plastic containers that routes the water, that you can route the water through. And here's that same raft system in this plastic bin. This is from above shot now, obviously. And I'm harvesting some of the crowns of the romaine lettuce. You can see that's a piece right there. Now this is starting to already kind of bolt partially, where it's been there long enough, and the temperatures are heating up to where it's starting to, have a stem or a stalk, and so I need to harvest that. And the good thing about romaine is that you can harvest the leaves several times and not all the way down to the base, and that's some of the lettuce. And it'll just grow back leaves. You can harvest it several times. You don't have to harvest a whole head of romaine lettuce or any kind of lettuces all at once. You can harvest leaves, and the leaves will continue to grow back for a certain period of time, and that's kind of a nice thing about growing lettuce. That fish right there that's gotten way bigger to the upper left is a red ear, and I believe is a female, because the females, that reddish part on their ear, you can see that little ear flap near his gill. On the males, that would be real noticeably red, and the females, not as noticeable. So it looks like that's a female. Now the one that's just coming through the screen here right now, that is a bluegill, just a regular bluegill sunfish. And these are all caught locally here in Oklahoma. They're doing great. They're really increasing in size. I just feed them cichlid pellets, and I haven't up to this point gotten any particular, special or higher quality type of pellets. I did, and at one time, choose game fish pellets that you can buy at like a farm agricultural store, but they're pretty messy. They're less expensive and they are messy, but those are if you have like a pond, in your yard. You've got bass, you've got bluegills, catfish, and so they come in big, like 50-pound bags of game fish pellets. But those pellets are real big. They make a lot of mess of the water, and so when you're in a smaller tank like this tank is 250 gallons. I do want to try to keep it as clean as I can, even though it is the actual waste of the fish that then becomes the organic fertilizer for the plants. And so you would think, oh well, if it's messy, that's okay, but not necessarily. You want nitrate is the actual chemical that the plants feed off of, and you want that, of course, in a liquid form. And so you don't want actually bulky waste particles. You want that as to keep that to as a minimum as possible, because it is a recirculating system that is functioning by a pond pump that pumps the water, as I was saying, through the PVC pipes, through grow towers, through bins of water where you have your plants floating on top. There's all different varieties of systems for the plant garden side, where you're basically just needing a structure that holds that plant above the surface of the water, allows those roots to go down into the water and get the water that it needs, and also feed off of the organic waste from the fish. So I've got actually in this is a 250 gallon tank, and I've got 3 pumps in here. That's just how I have my system, set up at the time. It doesn't need to have 3 pumps. One is a solar pump that runs off solar power, and I have a battery bank, so that's running 24 hours a day off of solar energy. That's feeding 1 grow tower. And then I've got some that are, just running off regular household electricity, and those are running 24 hours a day as well. And but you do want to invest in a water test kit if you set up an aquaponic system like this, because the water quality is really important to maintain it at certain levels for the fish and at certain levels for the plants. Now you can have water that is very, very clean. You can have a very, very clean system with filters. These do have, I do have filters in here surrounding the pumps, and to make sure that I maintain the pumps well and the pumps don't get clogged with fish waste. So I have, you see that blue material in the upper right hand corner, and that's just a woven material that doesn't, it's plastic, and so as the water is sucked into that filter, it passes sucked into the pump, it passes through the filter and takes out the big bulky particles that are in the water. And but you can have a very good filtering system for the fish, and the fish like the water, of course. The cleaner the better. But if you want to be growing plants require a certain minimum level of nitrate to grow and to grow well. And the more nitrate you have, the faster they grow, the larger, the better coloring. And so that's something you want to consider. But thanks, guys, for watching this video. I appreciate it. Please give me a like and subscribe. If you like this video, it helped me produce more videos just like this. I enjoy doing this as my system. I love showing it off. I'll be coming out with more videos on a regular basis and giving you tips and tricks how I'm doing this aquaponic greenhouse. And it's running year-round in Oklahoma, even through the winter in freezing cold temperatures, producing fresh vegetables. If you're interested in it, give me a comment, give me your opinions, ask me your questions. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.